Always sending my love to Iwa with her version of the Cranberries' hit Zombie. She called me up and said, Suze, please use this video every time you want to ask the question, what's in somebody's head? Welcome, 236. Welcome. Welcome, 236. That's a trinity of y'all. 4. Welcome. Hello, Wade, my fine friend from the big north. See you later, 236, one down. Me too. Me too, Mency. Hey, two gone, two gone. Somebody's running. Oh, welcome back, 236. I promise you it's gonna be fun. Just hang tight. I wouldn't leave y'all hanging. Practical evidence. Open that up for y'all. You see the full extent of it. Welcome in, 2 more, just now. 1 out, 1 stays. That's 3 out so far. Hopefully nobody's trying to play games. We're 2:08 in. My clock is still moving. I still have audio. 1's back in. Somebody's a jumping bean. Ha 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 ha. Megan goes and put the lyrics in for us. We appreciate that. And of course, like I said, this is Iwa's version of Zombie, and I always do appreciate her. Okay, here we go. So, hey, no, we're not doing it again. We all love it, but that's enough. Okay, so last night I noticed a chat from the previous night being inserted into a current live stream. We've been learning a lot how you can change the actual publication date and kind of tweak that video. So all of a sudden, you're believing something that's an absolute crock. All right, let's do this. So I bring the first live stream evidence in, and I find it fascinating because here again, I am no suck-ass to Facebook. Now, anytime you could cough it up, let's go. Yeah, they got me. They got me on a lockdown, they think. The first one I wasn't allowed to stream via Facebook. So, I'm talking about on my Suze B. Pratt wall, you know, the common page. So I went to one of my many other ones. And we got it. So I'm not going to say if this was the first stream or the second because I'm not waiting for this computer. There is no time to lose. So we're going to go. Oh, we're not going to go? Really, Facebook? Now, everybody can see that here again, somebody's pissing in my Cheerios. Oh, did I ever mention when you call it out, it self-corrects? Pain in my ass. Not you guys. Hopefully y'all can see. We got a good visual? David Bucky. That's Buck Walter. Troublemaker, David Bucky. David Buckwalter, Mr. Troublemaker with the blackhead parasite. Things are in focus, yes. Oh, from an out of focus individual, that's great. Hey, Flo, how you doing? I'm so proud of your work. You don't need to be talking to Flo when I just said hi to him, Channelot. Not your show. That's right. Popcorn for everybody. That's Chicago, Black River Girl. I love Cliff High. Hi, Cliff. I'm always glad you take care of Channelot. Right. What about the DA? Oh, I think that's Counselor? Oh, Cliff says, CW, please, your language. Right, spinning out of control. Bingo, Wade. Matlock. I love Matlock. Sensor noise. Hey, Flo. When Channer quits harassing me behind the scenes, we can all be friends. This man has been harassing me for over 3 years, hiding it with other people's names. Very important, Cliff. Ask Ding Dong why he takes his live streams down after they say all the smack. Python web scraper, tag it. Can't do that. Oh, man. Right. None of us are going to be able to breathe if they keep this up. Quit lying. There's no secrets. Oh, shit. Marty Morphin. Meth heads. Picking their faces. I thought it was just worms. I'm naive. I forget about fucking coke. I can't even stand cocaine. You want to talk about piss me off? I got a million stories about cokeheads. Talk to me about my friend Mary Jane. Good Lord. At least God created her. But you get into crack and meth, it's all chemical chaos. Here we go, copyright-free music. That's right, copyright-free. Have some of that. Good outfit, like here we go. Look at how angry this face is. But he's got sparkles and a halo. This is your cult leader. Look at that face. Only a face your mother could love, huh? Ugh. Look at that face. Fucking scary. What? Oh, I'm not scared. Are you threatening somebody? Yeah, who are you threatening now? Oh, I already know. Fool, how else would I know the stories? It's happened to me. Just keep talking about everybody else. Threatening people with sex shops. Oh, the Wackadoo talking about sex shops. What a great show. Hey, I am relaxed. You're the guy that is tormented in the middle of the night. I am cool. Don't get it twisted ever. Don't tell me to be anybody but me, fool. Tagging it right now. Welcome. Look at this. Yuck. This is social media, and it's worse. He wants to be a 1 on a dating website and have a gal that's a 10. That's funny. Classic. You know what that's like? Twitter last night, fool. That's like Peter Griffin bitching about Lois not being good enough for him. Have some of that. No, Michael of the Mouse family's a decent guy, Jeanette. Leave him alone. Omar is converted too. He gets my seal of approval.
Where was that? Oh, the sex shop in Amsterdam. Oh, guess what?
Shut up, Darcy.
Because Kevin Moore at one time was a part
Yeah, Chatter, your group is breaking up.
Cliff,
you're it's tragic, isn't it? You need a butt pinching if you're jealous.
That sex shop
I love you too.
possibly linked to the mafia and/or.
Like Chatter knows the mafia. That's funny. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. Wait, Omar, electric butt plugs. Thank you, Satellite Mency. I try to be humorous and kind while I'm slaying bad guys. Alpha. I appreciate you realizing I'm a multi-talented woman. Oh, no, man. I'm not gonna turn on you. I mean, hey, I've got a knife for everybody's back. Assorted mints, that's a step too far. Yeah, Jet Petty, the four faces aren't gonna like that assorted mints comment, are they? Well, why do you take your chats down, Channer? Chat disabled. I mean, that's funny. You guys talk shit and then take it down. That's a coward. Tag it. What? One only has to look at the state of the world to see the goals for us. Right. Why won't he realize? Why blame it on a woman? Blame it on the oh, it's always the woman's fault. Tag it. That's why you got these closet guys mad at their women. You're not sorry. You do this on purpose for views. Go away. Right, silly? I mean, you're not silly. Oh, you're Iron Maiden. Sorry. You play rock band. Everybody. Ugh. That's right. Hey, blow me sideways. Alien races both top secret. Not this much is gonna start rattling about shit. Oh, talk up, Channer. I'd rather listen to the music, but shit. Oh, I put the music there louder than you on purpose. Captain Mark Richards. My intellectual property. You are nothing but a trifle in this video. You are not the star of the show. Either am I. We're letting the evidence speak for itself. I see myself every day, fool. I know my true self. Right. Right, Satellite Mency. Tag it. Wait. Oh, they're selfish. Absolutely. You're dead. Assorted men's. I didn't know your face until you went live the other day, Davey, and number one took me right to you. I don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. Oh, although you're David Buckwalter. Mr. Scotland, how do you feel about disrespecting the Gloss clan? What kind of Scotsman are you? A one with a diaper? My family has one of the 6 family crests for women. Don't talk to me. Better look up Glasscock, dumbass. Oh, you got your notes, do you? I'm a true Scot. You better get it straight. And what kind of men abuse women? What kind of sick, twisted, real men do this to a woman? Mama's got you. Yeah, Flo, I know you're from Scotland too. There should be some sense of family, shouldn't there?
No problem or offense. It won't be an offense.
And don't forget the Presley clan, the Press clan. Scottish fools.
Very interesting.
Read it and weep.
Well, I don't lie. Everybody should believe me by now, unless they're a fool. I'll jump right on you whenever I want, and not in the way you'd like. By the Raptors. They were to be trained to fight for humanity. But guess what? There's a problem with. Oh, what's wrong with fighting for humanity? Those super soldiers back to Earth. Why? Don't even start. I was in a Lagrange this very day. Oh, Darcy, I'm sorry, baby. Go to Satan's army and fight them. Right. I thought Grange was a ZZ Top song. Oh, wait, it's Coded Message Day on social media. The Raptors took a whole bunch of 100,000 humans off planet to train them to be super soldiers. Really? They realized when they got up there that they couldn't bring.
You're twisting words, Davy. Stick it up your butt and rotate it. I said the Presley family is associated with the Press clan.
Right there, then, fool.
Fool. Look up the Presley Bluestone. Go learn something. Daggum. Right, the dog's lifting weights. That's funny. Okay. No. All right, listen careful while the volume of the videos are down. Listen careful. The basic name for Presley is Press. It's been spelled with one S and two S's since 454 AD. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Also write down Presley Bluestone. Yeah, that's the small stones in Stonehenge, and don't be bringing up that they rebuilt it. Things get rebuilt. Who gives a flying fig? We're just talking about the family. Now, for those that realize I have more than one subject, I have done a video, so you can look back and see all the international, actual, heartfelt comments that would be on the page that would teach you about the Presley family. It is not my job, while you're all spinning tales about them. Not my circus. I've done the best I can do. So, to mock it, here again, is nothing more than childish. Okay. Counselor, please. Ugh. Now, if that one and this one would be the first one, hey, what's this? Let's switch it up. Watch this, y'all.
Damn! From next Friday, the famous POT smoking movie with the brothers. Yeah, I've watched it many times. Give me a break. But anyhow,
But let's
saying
look
that
at the
about a
let's
girl.
look at some
So,
evidence.
in the meantime, I get done with the live stream. The
Welcome
phone's
at
heating up, need to
2:53.
Get it in the fridge. Still do right now. That's not the point. When I got done with the live stream, and I've never seen this prompt, so I'm bringing it into witness. I want Zoom to know what's going on, because like I've told you, these chantarians.
Oh, I coined that phrase.
CCN crapadelic nonsense.
And chant a
They've been
lot.
misusing Zoom
Two
the
gone.
entire time.
Wonder what they're
So,
trying to do.
Let me get it up nice and
Circle
close.
jerk or
It
hack?
says
You
Zoom
decide.
US would like to control this computer using accessibility features. Grant access to this application and security and privacy
No way,
preferences
Mr. Backdoor Worm.
located in system
I got a
preferences
backdoor
welcome.
man.
We're
Jim
just doing
Morrison.
some
Has nothing to do with butt
serious,
plugs either.
You know, we're bringing this into evidence. You know, I represent
Which is in
myself,
Chatter's
just like you
chant.
guys
Two
do.
back in.
Pro se.
Now, do we play the hacking
Squirt
game
from hell.
like Channer does when he
So,
leaves his basement room?
I've never
Ask
seen
yourself.
This. I want to click this question mark. See, I
Oh,
want to find
Suze.
out. You
That
give me a
couldn't
question
be.
mark. Well, if I'm clicking it, Zoom, I want to see it pop up. Now over here, we're getting our information, so let's all learn together. Allow
Yeah, I'm
accessibility
helpful,
apps to
actually.
access your Mac. When a third-party app
Me
tries to
too,
access
Satellite
and control your
Mency
Mac
4.
through accessibility features, you receive an alert, and you must
Same as
specifically
it ever
grant the app
was.
access to your Mac and security and privacy preferences. If you're familiar with an app, which I'm not, you
They
can
make fun,
authorize it by
Satellite
clicking open
Mency.
system preferences on the alert, then selecting the checkbox for the
Think
app
my
and privacy
computer's
pane.
old. Got
You mean
dried up rocks in
PAIN,
its box.
like
Bullshit.
window pane, tag it. If you're unfamiliar with that app or you don't want to give access to your Mac at the time, click deny in the alert. Be cautious and grant access only to apps that you know and trust. If you give apps to your Mac, access to your Mac, you also
I know,
give
Benny
access
should be
to
at
your
work.
contact calendar
At
and
the
other
law
information,
firm.
and are subject to their terms and privacy policies.
Oh, it
and
is.
not
It's so much fun.
the Apple privacy policy. Be sure to review an app's terms and privacy policy to understand how it treats and uses your information. Denied apps are listed.
I've
in the
got one
accessibility
actually,
section of the
Rusper Jew.
privacy pane.
Believe it or not.
If you later decide to give a denied app
All I need's a
access to your
cord and
Mac,
it's back up and
choose
rolling.
Apple menu system
Might do
preferences,
that
click
today.
privacy,
Thanks for the
click
advice though,
accessibility,
serious.
then select the
I mean
apps
that in all
checkbox.
good words.
To remove an app's app,
You wouldn't believe all the
to remove
electronics
an
I've
app's
got.
access to your Mac, deselect the checkbox. You can also drag an app into the pane to add it in yourself.
And
Then
I'm
select
committed
the
to
app's
learning,
checkbox.
not
Open the
gossiping.
privacy pane for me. That sounds painful.
Haha, see the
How about
joke?
that for funny? Okay, so
Well,
right now,
I'll tell you a story, Rusper
my
Jew. Give me a
Zoom
minute.
is still tied up.
And I'll tell you a true story about that.
Oh, let's just say from these little computer bugs that somebody pooped in my computer a couple years ago. Let's see. March to May of 2016. I'll say it till everybody can repeat it out loud. So,
CW Chanter,
on
kind of
Zoom.
like
They
what
know
you've
I'm a
been
good
doing is
guy.
making of people,
At
so
the
you
same
must like
time,
it
they
too,
also
right?
know that I've been reporting
Exactly.
people are misusing it.
Thank you.
And I made this video to ask my genius friends, like Randy, or Robert, or Vic, Mr. Vic, my computer friend from the old days, that we're going to do a show soon. So, we can always bring this up to Vic then. For now,
People
I am
that
gonna
build
deny
systems.
access,
Oh, they knew the whole
and that's gonna
time.
be that. It's not that I don't trust Zoom and I want them to know it. And I will send this video
Kind of like
to Zoom
Patreon.
to make sure that
Chanter
they
shouldn't
fully
be taking
understand
tips on
what's in
Patreon
my head.
when he's doing dirty deals done dirt cheap. Hi,
And I
Anna.
wanted to thank Facebook
I do.
too
I
for
want to be
allowing
able
me
to
live stream
understand
on
Portuguese.
my own daggum wall.
I
this
look
video.
forward to it.
And with that being said, I'm out.
Okay, so I've had a great question or a comment, however you want to look at it. All right, so this dog wants to play. Let's just let the dog do his thing. Okay, so Resperju, true story, cool. When I first started online, never having a computer or being online, believe it or not, I received the old tablet of Joe's sister. Now, I didn't know that was like sharing underwear with your friend. It's not good. Well, in the meantime, my first videos, if you go back to 2015, I was working with a used Dell computer. And that's when I first got the punch in the head that I was doing something wrong by using, first off, a used tablet along with a Dell computer. Now, when Mel rolled up on me, she told me that my Dell wasn't good enough to broadcast and I need a brand new computer. That's when, because I trust people until they give me a reason not, I wanted to be considered professional. So I went out, purchased a new, brand new $3,000 Apple. You with me, Resperju? Okay. Now, in the meantime, when they were putting the worm in the back door, I also had a Windows, desktop, the other one you're talking about. So what Joe explained to me is it's like cutting through somebody's mall to go to another mall. So my computers used to fight each other because one was the one brand and one was the other. I guess it's kind of like a prejudice, where if you're not fill in the blank, then you're not allowed in that group. So I really became more comfortable on the Apple, and people said they trusted the Apples more than the Macs. And in the meantime, of course, I'm the girl taking this big ass computer to the Apple Genius Bar, which is no such thing, and them dogs are telling me that they don't know how to restore my iMovie. Now, here's the way that they work the racket with the electronics. The only option they will give you is to make your computer clean and you lose all your information and start again. Well, if I'm holding key states evidence, there is no way I will allow my computer to be wiped. Because like I told you, I've got more evidence you can shake a stick at. Chanter is small potatoes, although he did connect the global ring of chaos. So you gotta give that a thumbs up, don't you? I mean, when somebody that small and petty, that everybody says is no big deal, is hiding behind a script full of fake names like Teresa Llaneros because she knew she stole somebody's intellectual property, go back and think about it. But like we talked about in our show last night, what, here she is, pointing out, here's Mrs. Q. Doesn't that remind you of when Chanter says, oh, I busted my wife, and she's got a YouTube channel with no videos, and she's live streaming. Come on, man, put two and two together, right? Everybody knows that wasn't Chanter's woman. We've never even seen her. And so we're supposed to take this all on his testimony. And like y'all know, he forgets what he says from day to day, changes his script to get a view. How are you ever going to know who that is? And back to that phony Facebook group, Chant-A-Lot. Now, seriously, y'all know you were putting things there that was going to build a case of nonsense that might make somebody like me look guilty. And wouldn't that be tragic, since this whole time you've been running these coded messages talking about me and using other people's names? I mean, you have nothing better to do. So if you go to Dick Algar's video, he explains to you the true definition of a troll. And it's someone that has nothing else to do with their life, and they have ulterior motives. So they just come on and basically harass people and put out their lies. Okay. Now, in Boyd, what a troll is defined as is someone that makes a comment about another YouTuber's content. Well, if this is all about free speech, and since 2013, you will not be considered a criminal or promoting an illegal action if you create fake news, well, see, the intelligent people have figured it out. That's why our world is so messed up. You can't go around saying everybody's a liar and you don't know who to trust, especially if it's been proven I'm not a liar. And to the best of my ability, for the last 4.5 years, I have been bringing accurate information. But everybody else is playing a game like they're a comedian or play junior rock band. I think that's pathetic. I really do. And I don't feel like our internet is ever going to be safe if this is our option. This is no option. This is a Hegelian dialect. First, they build your thesis and they shove that at you. And then they do the polarity jump bipolar thing like you know who does. And then they give you the opposite. I was the first one breaking these things down. It's how I survived my life. And then Mr. Vic has to tell me that's the Hegelian dialect. I'm like, this is how I've always seen life. The two opposite stories that are bullshit they tell you. And then your thing in the middle, where you try to figure it out. And this is why Chantelot and his friends have a little screw loose, because they thought 9/11 was real. Cry me a flippin' river. I knew that footage was a joke in 2001. Why? Well, I guess because I was a normal, regular, non-drug addicted businesswoman with a child going into the hair shop and seeing it at 9:30 in the morning on the day after our friend hung himself in his garage, buck-ass naked, because he didn't want to blow his head off and mess up his smoking hot body. Selfish. Little rich blonde guy. Hangs himself after his wife just gives birth to their second child, the day before 9/11. Is it mind control? Is it boogie boogie? Is it an EMP weapon? Is it anti-Superman? Well, we're just trying to find out. And all they talk about is good and Wilcock and blue chickens. But really, there's a grain of truth somewhere, and they built a whole circle of lies around it and did a circle jerk and spell cast. That's what this is, and y'all know it. So, good luck to these forces, whether they be human, retarded robots, demons, devils, or just downright jackasses. Okay. And yes, I put the evidence here. We all know that. Oh, look, all of Chanter's smack from the other night that he took down. Here's one of my comments from the gal that does the flying rainbow lasagna. No, I'm not in that class. She says, FYI, for my information. None of these pics are of yoga poses. It's all screenshots of Chant from CW Chanter videos. I said, right, he's a contortionist. Hence, I stick him here. Major battles require balance. Okay. I think that pretty much says it just like it is. Sure, I'm witty with my words. Are you kidding? You don't need to go to college to know how to speak to someone. And of course, I was respectful. And then they just kept poking me. But I'm not supposed to speak up for myself? Yeah, these guys don't like that too much. Look at how cool this is. Isn't this pretty? Have something nice for your day. Look at that one blue bird in there getting pecked by them gray ones. What's up with that? Pissed? Because they're colorful? I don't know. Maybe they're cleaning the bugs off the blue one. Maybe he's got the blue alien bug fever. I know, a beautiful wren. Isn't that incredible? Nature at its finest. Acceptance is there, right? Maybe they're even taking care of that blue one. Oh, it's a male in breeding plumage. Thank you. Thank you, Satellite Muncie. Because I really honestly didn't know. It's always good to have friends that can share information that at least leads you to an understanding. Now, I thought it was very interesting on the, well, you know, females never get to be as colorful and pretty, Satellite Muncie. I know that part. But, you know, something that bugged me the other night on that live stream from hell, they were saying if they don't like it, they want to have a teardrop. You know, like, boo-hoo, I'm sad. Well, from what I know, anybody with a teardrop tattoo under their eye, what does that mean in the big house? I think that means they killed somebody, right? So we always got the coded message. And then to even make it sicker, they wanted for a thumbs up, a little baby's face. Now, if you think that that is a coincidence, I got some swampland to sell you in Florida that isn't going to flood. Now, Davey thinks I've been checking him out for 2 years. Oh, poof, there went somebody. Absolutely not true. I had seen David Buckwalter on Channelot's thing from hell, but recently he changed his name to Bucky instead of Buckwalter to try to hide. And then, of course, he's Davey on the live stream. And, of course, Brandon Young. Oh, my God. Has anybody ever looked at his avatar? I mean, he's Mr. Cool, about 45 pounds less than what he is there, in a badass suit, standing under a big tree in front of a mansion. And then you have to hear this crap about, well, they really stay in their mama's basement and her meth heads. I mean, I don't know. I never accused any of these fools of that. But when they're talking about their own pain issues and their own drug addictions and how hard it is to get over them, while they're slandering everybody else. Well, I hate to tell you, but I really did for real see the head on that blackhead going, "Hi, how you doing?" Okay? That's what my eyes pick up as a remote viewer and majorly a remote influencer. That means with alchemy, you speak the truth. And he did not just get out of the shower. Oh my, you're telling me what? Ugh. You're telling me. I'm telling you. This is what y'all are doing. I mean, you atheists think Satanism for everybody and it's fucking awesome? Oh no, it's not me spreading lies. They know I speak the truth. Like you still don't know there's third-party evaluation on every two-way video, fool. And what they've been doing behind the scenes for this last year is watching y'all put in your very own testimony. Your very own. That's why Chanter cries boo-boo kitty about these secret tribunals of Gitmo. It has nothing to do with Gitmo. You could think about GETMO, that might be Git Missouri, but oh no, these secret tribunals are not at Gitmo. They're right here on the computer. And you guys can try to hide stuff and take it down, but they pick it up the minute you do it. So to keep denying this fact is redundant. This is my intellectual property. I do research for education. This is serious in my life. You get that? And since I represent myself pro se in the court from hell, as always, this is no doubt fair use. Under the laws that were established. Oh, but wait. They don't count if your hacker is separated by water from you. And that's why Davey felt safe pulling that bullshit off the other night. Because he's in Scotland, so nobody in America can mess with him. Well, whoop-de-doo. You must be the king, then. You see what I mean? Because this is all a setup. Oh, you gotta love Mel's friend. That's not for this video, is it, Suze? What about this one? Let's see. It's only 22 seconds. It'll only take a second of your time. 7 a.m.
I confirm my email address is correct. I'd like to receive email discounts for
He is now lying. He has created a sock account. It's just purely for research. He's entered in a particular birthday.
I know about this. Hold on, wait.
And
Discounts. Why would I need discounts?
he's given... It's me, Suze Pratt. 12:47 a.m.
I confirm my email address is correct.
Amen, C. Amen, C. Amen, C. Behind the scenes, like I said, I've been protected by number one. So, even if I go and run and type it right now, it's been able to be up this whole time. So, back to the trap for the rats and me being the cheddar. If they go at it now to try to take it down, they'll know exactly who did it, what they did, when they did it. Which is why I announced the timestamp, as y'all know. Because when a couple bob and weave in and out, what they're really doing is trying to shut the stream down. Oh, they don't want y'all to know about that. These are low-level hackers. Yeah. Sad but true. People that have been online so long and gotten so twisted, they don't know what they do.
He has created a sock account.
Mm-hmm.
It's just purely for research. He's entered in a particular birthday.
I don't know about this. Hold on, wait.
Oh, you don't know
And
about that, do you, Skippy?
he's given. It's
Right.
me, Sue's Pratt.
What would have happened?
7
I
a.m.
confirm my email address is correct. I'd like to receive email discounts.
Come on.
It's now.
Okay. So on that video where he was going to join the paranorm dating site, remember? I was the first one to bring you guys the information that YouTube's original purpose was a dating website. Hey, put up a 15-minute video of yourself, answer some simple questions, and we'll give you 25 bucks. Tag it. Now, in the meantime, he wants to join up to the paranormal one. But like they told him, hey man, you got some kind of thingamabob where you want to be a fat, outrageous slob, but you want your woman to be a sex idol. Oh wait, you want her to care about your life, but you don't care about hers. You'll never have a balanced relationship in this manner, and since Channer and his buddies are full of parasites and they're psychic vampires like Omni Eros, we'll see. They knew it wasn't an equal exchange of information, and that's how they suck loosh out of their followers. You must have that equal exchange, otherwise it's vile. So if two dirty people are equally dirty together, believe it or not, they're not feeding off each other. They are spellcasting. They are uniting their juices, which are full of pus, in order to make a big cauldron of nonsense. And then they go boogie boogie. I mean, they admit it all the time. But then, but wait, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Well, look at that. Here we got some more action going on. I just like to document it. Yeah, childish trolls. Isn't that the truth, Suze? And this one. Like we showed on that Twitter that went out the other night that made these boys get their diapers. Unfortunately, and I've seen it in my own beta manager, you can actually manipulate the date of the video. So poof, Channer makes his most technically astute video 5 years ago when he started, and Shane the Ruiner's just sitting there going, hey Channer, how much rope you need to hang yourself? And Channer's sweating it the whole time saying, man, there is supposed to be a trap door. I know there's a trap door. I know this rope has already been nicked, so I really won't break my neck. That's why I've asked him to stop, drop, and roll as nice as I can. And he makes it, and Davey, and all his rejects, like I want to be Channer's booty call? That's disgusting. Disgusting. I've loved and been loved by many good men. Oh, I've had long-term relationships, but I wasn't like Channer, where when Boo Boo Kitty gets his heart broke, he's never gonna love again. See, that's not how it really works in the real world, and especially in a woman's real world, considering that she opens her legs and her mind, makes love, and creates life. No wonder you guys are scared of the poo nanny. Pretty scary stuff. A man can just walk away. They do quite often. Many men are hurt because their fathers were either absentee dads or playing grab whatever on the carpet during TV time because they got it by somebody before them, and so the beat goes on. Well, that's not my world. Never was. Ridiculous. Oh, this is interesting. We should have this. Quote, I also believe somewhat in the concepts of manifesting. Oh wait, it's only somewhat. tag it, which is why I often speak about myself and my channel as being already successful, long-lasting, and already having import. Oh, remember, he runs the community at large. I feel that some may have become confused about this and misunderstand my intent. Listen, my sincere advice for those who really hated this thing. Well, what thing are we talking about hating? We don't see anything in the first paragraph, but in that first sentence, we bring hate in. This thing it is. Reread these comments here and then rewatch. It will be worth it. Your while, because whoever, whatever that is, this shit is comedy gold. See, it's not comedy. When you find some kind of satisfaction in hurting another human being, it's not comedy. And that's why I'm serious. Back to that. My comments are funny because I'm not mean. And then they say that I'm the scariest thing going. Talk about slandering somebody's true purpose. Oh, but listen. My sincere advice for those who really hate... Oh, God, that's paragraph 2 again. And then after the hate, of course, he loves all of them and looks forward to speaking to you all. So the idea was to feign. Okay, this would be before that because this is after that on the feed, but you get the idea. So the idea was to feign a rough, bad, mean interview at the beginning before doing a switcheroo and having some real talk about the ongoing situation. We also wanted to have the thing be really long, kind of like the 44-inch story, I guess. To add a surreal kind of Andy Kaufman, playing with the audience kind of thing. It's obviously didn't work. Hey, that happens. Technical difficulties with the video feed meant that you couldn't see Shane's humorous and light-hearted reaction to my interrogation in quotes and teasing. I also may have played my part too well, adding to the confusion. But then again, Ben doesn't like criticism. Well, I know that. But you see, the real truth about that interview, like I said, is that was very recent. And Shane's my friend. And Shane chose not to be part of the spellcasting rituals against me. So he mocks Shane. And he has a hard time with Shane because Shane didn't stay in line and conform to the cult leaders' plot. That's why he goes after Og, too. We've already talked about it. Shane and Og will speak up when the time's right. For now, it's all about rope. Listen, I do want to talk to people, and I do want to remain teachable about deficits I may have. But I also got to be myself. Folks, in a lot of ways, I'm a narcissistic jerk with delusions of grandeur and an overly inflated sense of pride. I also think of myself as being a bit of a comedian. Sometimes these are bad factors which spoil what could have been fruitful relationships. He's talking about me and make my life more difficult. Now, when you admit the truth about yourself, that doesn't give you the hallroom pass to keep on doing what you do. It just simply brings it into evidence. So by your own words, counselor, you have broken down your psychological inadequacies. I mean, it sucks. It sucks to be you. All right. Now, of course, the published date is allegedly October 27th, 2015. That's interesting. Remember, Chanter got kicked out of the old Budokan because there were underage girls there playing video games. I'm not talking about 3-year-old kids in diapers. I'm talking about a 16 to 17-year-old female, which is why, now Budokan or comedy club, or I like to dress up like Star Trek. Whatever they call these stupid ass venues that Channer mocks when he talks about it in the alternative community, but here he is at the gaming video dressed up like Wanda the Witch or something. I don't know. But now at these events, they've separated the video gamers off, from what I have heard, from the whole rest of the thing where you collect comic books and dress up like Star Trek. Well, we all know that goes back to Stan Lee and the fake TM on Corey Good and the Blue Avians and the comic books and all the hoopla and backpacks and the club for the kids. See, they had the whole thing set up, ready to go. You just plug in the information and poof, you have false news that's illegal. No more since 2013. It's perfect. It's perfect if you want to be lawless and take down society. And he's going to clarify for us. The piece was more or less Wait. What? Okay. The piece was more or less pre-planned. Now, more or less is a legal loophole, just like heretofore and therefore art thou. And he knows it, and that's why he studied jurisprudence, so he could spellcast with his lawyer language. That's what he did for 8 years in college. Remember, he liked it so much? I thought he was there because he was drunk and getting head. I mean, that's what he said on another video, so you just have to listen to the videos. But Davey says he's changed. So you should probably believe that he's turned over a new leaf in these last 4 months, since people have been giving him a hard way to go. Here again, not true. The intelligent people are starting to figure this out. Okay. So, we were very much in love now. Okay, so now Shane is Channer's love toy. Well, isn't that interesting? And they're getting married in June. I wonder how his wife felt like that when she was carrying his children. I mean, I wouldn't like it if my dude was getting down with another dude and then coming and wanting to stick his junk in my sacred place. Oh, no. We won't have any switching of holes or sphincters in this world. All right. And he really wanted to support his wife in that rough time despite his animosity. He calls it previous. That's an adjective that is false as well. He still has animosity to Shane, and he begun his journey with animosity towards Shane with the blog that had the information that Shane didn't want anybody to ever make public, in the sense that everybody should read it. It was for a specific group of people, and we will tag. That would be the people that were involved in this 2010 story about the ship where everybody remembers me. I was living a real life in Ferguson. My parents both died in 2010. I wasn't playing Space Raiders or the Lost Ark. I was opening my business in Ferguson and taking care of 3 children. So, here again, they make these false-ass stories and expect they're gonna stick. Whistleblower. Gotta love Mel V. What a jackass. Waiting on a chanter. And by now I'm pretty far down, so I really honestly don't believe that other video is this far down, so you know what I'm gonna do. But real quick before I do, I won't get in any trouble for this either. Look at this little cute kid. Now, check this kid out. You ready? I love this. Look at this kid. Look at his sweet face. I'm sick of these kids getting trafficked. I'm sick of the human spirit being squashed. And I'm sick of talent being ignored. I mean, hell, you just gotta push a button and let a retarded robot do it for you. Next thing you know, you're gang banging a plastic doll. Pathetic. Yes, jackal may be more appropriate. I agree. Say hello, goodbye. How you doing? Always nice to see you. Look at it. It is sweet, isn't it? Right. Look at. Come on, give me a little more volume. Why should the kids think nothing else matters? They know how tough it is. Now watch what he does here. Get ready. I know. Incredible. Right. Here he goes. Here he goes. Watch. Right. Right. Guess how many people were teasing this little sweet boy? We'll give him props. Right. So now you know where to go to find him. You gotta love that. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, I've been blessed by this beautiful musical phenomena that #1 international man of mystery, aka Adam Presley, brought me into. And, you know, of course, in St. Louis growing up, I mean, shoot, if you didn't listen to KC95 Real Rock Radio, you were the bigger dork. Well, you know what I'm saying. Disabled comments on kids' videos, I know. And the ones they leave up are so abusive to these children. I've seen Oriental children be mocked. I've seen these little beautiful Spanish brown kids be mocked. You don't even want to know. It is so stinking sad. All right, let me zip up and see if I can find the other one, a dipwad. Oh, and hey, you guys, I do have a tendency to find the best musical videos first because #1 takes me right to them. Now this, and I would get in trouble, so I can't do it, is AC/DC from way back in the day. So, you would want to see this, and you want this station. See this rock stars right here? They got all the cool stuff, man. I mean, I don't even remember these badass videos on MTV, you know what I mean? And a lot of these things have only recently been released. Because like I told you, since 2013, these excellent artists, their stuff is legal and allowed to be here before we were in a looking glass where we were not allowed to see, say, Dire Straits out of Scotland. Was that Bay City Rollers? Bless your heart. That was AC/DC, man, when they were just little scrappy kids or something. But what's really badass for all these people that want to claim their Scottish heritage, I mean, they got bagpipes and all sorts of action. Really great song. Please be sure to put the fair use on the description of each of your videos. I will. I will. And I put it on a lot. But, you know, it's going to take about 5 hours considering I've got well over 400 videos. And like I said, I know the risks are so high. I really do. But these computer hackers have been manipulating things so poorly and with so much zeal for destruction that YouTube has figured it out. Now, don't get me wrong, there's jackasses that work for YouTube. No different than jackasses in every place that you look these days. But what we're looking for is the good people. So, for example, let's talk about it. Now, Unirock knows somebody at Google. That's actually helpful because at this point, no matter what the past affiliation is, now YouTube says, hey, we better check this out, man. People got us figured out. A little different now, especially considering every time I live stream, like I've confessed, I promise you, Suze Brandon did not mention he went to law school and did not pass the bar. If he didn't pass the bar, he is not an attorney. Him and Channer's original story was they went to law school together. And you know, I really don't have the time to chase down all the facts and figures on 10,000 people that have been actively seeking to destroy all of us, not just me. And they want to tag them the Democrat Socialist. Now you get into the whole political hoopla, and I don't really feel like that's anything that we need to worry about, because here again, I believe something is going on behind the scenes that even I really can't fully well know. You know how they say that things are so compartmentalized and you only get to know what you need to know, you're on a need-to-know basis? Well, if I know more than most people, should I not be satisfied with that? Or should I demand more? Should I be diligent to my job and show my dedication? Or should I cry like a little bitch? And I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to lose my faith because I've known what's going on behind the scenes this whole time. Now, I will be behind the chair today, not that anybody... Oh, okay, all right. So the first one we played was the 1147, I believe. Or was it the 936? This is the one I said not allowed to live stream on home page. Right, the trolls were trying to shut me down there. And I zipped over to another one of my pages. And I did it here. And then I shared it. Oh, there goes a couple. You know they're off and running going, damn, how can we shut her up this time? I don't know, maybe we ought to get her voodoo doll out and piss on it and stick a couple needles in it. Maybe that'll help. Only the nose knows.
Sophia's Emporium. Just getting chats that get taken down.
And you know what I want to know? Instead of coming after me, why don't they go after the people that are creating these offenses? Why not ask them for some evidence? Well, because nobody has time. The average person spends 7 minutes on a YouTube video. I mean, that shows you the level of interest. Maybe that's because nobody's been bringing original, honest content. I'm seeing my number bounce. I think I know the game. So we're tagging it 3:40 p.m., 65 minutes in. That way when shit hits the fan, they'll be easy to see and follow these retards right back to their nest. I think it's great. See, nobody had to speak ill against them. They brought their own evidence as they scream at us. They don't get it. They're the star of their own warped show. Every bit of the evidence they enter in themselves, in secret Zoom rooms, Google Hangouts. Oh yeah. Text, emails. It's all been watched.
Hi, Cliff.
Doesn't take a college education, guys.
I'm always glad you take care of Channel I.
Right. And Cliff, isn't he witty? I love when Cliff High comes in and twists Channer
I
up.
think that's Channer's leaving tracks, Darcy.
That's right, Darcy.
Cliff says, CW, please, your language.
Right.
They're not in
Try to
control.
stop yourself. Taunting you.
Matlock.
As much
I
fun
love
as you.
Matlock.
Ah. I think they do really think I'm fun. Wouldn't that be weird? I'm still not hanging out with them. I choose who I hang out with. And number one does not want to hang out with Channer.
Very important, Cliff.
How do you guys like my new shirt? It's retro.
Right there. Python web scraper, tag it.
I call it my clown shirt.
Be careful what you wish
You know,
for.
the
and
balls
that's
are... See?
He's changing his skin. Mighty Morphin meth heads.
Remember the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Ain't that something? And always remember, here's what they're doing. Okay, I know. So, seriously, here's what they're doing. We go back to the trademark crap and the copyright horse shit, which these guys are trying to claim, which is a joke, isn't it? This is a talk show. This is a party line, like the old phones. You get it? I mean, there's a million voices going. But who actually made the stream? Oh, that would be me. So that makes it my show. Just like when Dipwad has a whole bunch of chanters on his panel. Well, Channer still claims it's his show. Does it make the sense yet? They'd have to divide it up by the amount of people and subtract the intelligence level to get the outcome of whose property it is. I mean, that's funny. Copyright-free music is always 1/3 of my videos, so already Channer don't own it. Then, what I say counts for at least 1/3. Well, now I've got 2/3 of the council. And then this little pissy third is going to come in with his 10 worms and say, but this is mine. I'm the genius behind this, and she's got a hard-on for me. No, I'm representing myself pro se. Fair use, intellectual property, and never forget, Creative Commons. Even more important. Read it and weep. It is what it is.
This is social media at its worst.
Right.
No, we're not kidding. I heard it hit Twitter last night, fool. No, Michael of the Mouse family's a decent guy, Jeanette. Leave him alone.
Okay. So,
Mara's convert.
this is the one we heard. Do you really like it? Say hello, goodbye. So, I've got my new secret that I haven't told anybody. But when I was there checking it out, It was this shirt and another dress that I scooped up. And these pom-pom balls remind me of when I was a kid. And, you know, the little girls of my age used to wear these kind of tops. And so I saw it, and I said, I got to have that bad sucker, you know? And it's very comfortable. It's washable silk. See, I'm not the kind of girl that wants fake clothes and underwire bras and plastic faces and shit. I want something soft. I want something organic. I want something I can wash. Don't give me no dry clean outfit. I can't stand that stuff. I'm very simple. All right, let's do this one. This is the one we didn't do. There we go.
This Falun Gong is that
Right.
a gong show?
Right, and you know what they're doing. You'll figure it out when you watch this one.
I didn't even see
Check
that.
this out.
I have to say, he's thinking of Kung Fu Panda. Thanks for confirming the spirit.
I need to have that right there for you guys.
Chucky Chan. Oh no, Jackie Chan.
From what I've seen, he doesn't respect. Oh, no, no, absolutely not. None of these guys respect their females.
You know, good? Maybe he's up to everything good. He's a good man. Lindbergh cheese. Tag Lindbergh.
Okay, that's there.
See
You,
that tough tweet?
there it is.
Yeah, the way Space Force sucks. Save me. 3/7's Divine Michael is Unirock and the voice of Wilcock.
Mary Jane and I have to talk to each other for a moment. Pardon me.
You earlier. 3/7's Divine Michael is Omni Eros
Mr. Computer Head knows.
and Psychic Vampire.
I have no
and the voice
secrets.
of David Wilcock. Jeez, get it right, Suze. What about Wilcock? We're talking about Glasscock. Glasscock busting you retards.
That's right.
Definition of insanity, right,
Glass
CW?
Clan.
Yeah, I'm
Resurrected.
the one that coined the definition of insanity. Anybody that's harvesting, prostituting, or trafficking people, animals, or natural resources.
All right, now hang on. Shouldn't we ask why that question is there? So I believe James Harrison is someone that has come into the chat to find the proof for himself about what's going on there. And I'm the one that opened my mouth and created a short, simple, sensible thing that cannot be debunked, considering your symptoms if you're mentally ill. So yeah, if you're prostituting, harvesting, or trafficking humans, or animals, or natural resources, well then guess what? They got a rubber room for you.
Now, right now, I'm gonna talk about.
I hear that. I hear that worm in your nose, Channer. I'd like to help you with your parasite infection, but you don't believe in blood type. Sure you don't. You didn't want anybody to know you were an O.
Especially an O negative. Oh, that's Boogie Boogie. They think they're the Illuminati. Tag
I
it.
was too distracted by Sam fresh out of the shower. Davey, he was greasy.
The border crisis or a skirmish or
Oh, Omni Eros says because we were connecting and your energy shifted.
and they build conspiracy
Pay the piper to suffer. Hey, hey.
What that does is
Don't
that
be
allows
playing.
them to tell people, look, you see this happening, you see this
Let's
happening, this
see.
is why it's happening.
See how that chat jumps when they know I'm in there? Davey, he's always talking about stuff that's G-A-Y. A, he says he's straight, but if you have a big banger, I mean, that's ignorant. There goes my number, well, oh, except herpes. What about space herpes, Davey? You got a big parasite blackhead on your face. Who did Dolan assassinate? Glowing onions. Yeah,
Oh,
we
these
better
are
hurry. I
comedic
feel
comments.
like somebody's on me.
I
Guess
don't think
now we
it's
know why
funny.
CW isn't allowed at Outback anymore.
bangers of the Miley Cyrus album. This is all really about the holistic stylist's many talents. I try to help people deal with their stress, and this kind of stuff is stressful. I alleviate my stress by reporting on it. Oh, Brandon thinks CW's doing great. I beg to differ, counselor, too.
Classic kind of conspiracy, new age spiritual thing of taking whatever
And a
is
Trump,
happening in science.
and a Trump is a fart, especially in the north.
Amount of information that's being
Interesting.
And popularized to the lay public.
In that interesting way.
And
Jonestown.
extrapolating it out to mean all sorts of crazy
Oh,
things.
you better take that back to Zen. Gardner. What a bitchy man.
3-7's Divine Michael is
3-7
Omni
says, bought my
Eros.
woman a new pair of boots. You did not.
You're,
And David
you're
Wilcox's
talking about big
voice.
boots. And you got probably little feet and little hands on me. You know what that means.
A shrilled
Your
up
members
Winky.
are small and
when
weak.
we as lay people hear people like Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Unity of the community church.
we talk about Warren
Cult of channel lot.
They need that on a t-shirt
Most people put down others who look
with
good.
a big
Right,
poison
Omar.
face on it.
Abstract mathematics.
Hey, where'd Ding Dong's thing go? Omar, move.
By
Sorry.
Stephen Hawking.
Oh, Shiva Burton, I had hoped for better things for you. But I know you had your alliances.
And then, isn't that, wait,
I leave the
I got
bathroom
something
when
to
I
say
say I
about
didn't leave.
that. I got something to say about that. Isn't that kindergarten? When a group of friends says, oh, you can't be friends with the new kid because we've been here since preschool. I mean, that's pathetic. To set it up to not to give somebody a chance because they're new. And then to say I'm the new girl when I've been around as long as they have, professionally, as a public figure on stupid YouTube. Oh, but they were online for 15, 20 years, chain jerking and not saying anything and sucking up to Project Camelot, or Project Avalon, or Corey Good, or David Wilcock, who ran countless scams for the last 15 years. I'm supposed to have pity on somebody that was such a schmuck that they couldn't figure out the truth on their own? It took all of this hoopla to bring the truth. Here again, what the hell happened to the human race?
The cake, yeah. Shiva says she's a famous, sexy, satanic honey trap, not bad at 62.
Trap, honeypot, monarch, women just used for sex, and also worried that the woman that you boink is gonna poke you in the neck with her hypodermic needle or her sword when you fall asleep after the deal.
This chat feels a lot like the one from last night. It's like they almost substituted what they're really saying behind the scenes for this.
And that's when I figured it out.
I'm gonna enter that in as my
Okay, so I'm
official
busting
remote
him.
viewing witness.
I'm realizing I'm reading a chat from the day
I've seen
before.
this before.
This is his one from last
Maybe it's
night.
just a web bot.
How
Maybe if I
dirty
get
do you
the
get disconnecting chats and putting old chats in and playing games?
I'm not playing.
If you're gonna say it, have the damn nerve
Actually,
to
I'm
say it.
playing for my life.
Quit
so
playing.
I'm seriously playing. You know, growing up, Channer, my kin always got upset. I mean, my mom and dad. Not my grandmas or my grandpa, but they got upset I'd always win Rummy Dummy. Or Uno. Or Monopoly.
It didn't
So I
matter.
quit playing
Pick up
games.
sticks.
Board games, that is. No Ouija board.
Right.
No boogie woogie oogie. None of it. Davey, you can see they're misses too if you pay attention. You got a blackhead you need to pay attention to. You're not getting no vacation with Riri either, you weirdo. Who steals your material?
Oh, look at that. Okay, so when they throw down a claim on me, and they go back and look at this, and see that they're the ones setting it all up, what a tangled web, and their channel goes down like a clown. I'm in perfect standing. I haven't violated any standards of the community. So when they come in and make the fake ones, they know they're fake. That's the difference. Even a computer can be that smart.
Dresses in guy clothes. He's not a boy in a dress. That's a fake avatar, and I needed to set that record straight. BB Blog used to be a female, taken over by a man.
Look, and then they say it. Ugh.
Robin loves that kind of crap.
Right. Oh, she wants to do a show with me like I'd want to.
You don't care about amazing humans.
Stupid.
What could then happen is that
Quantum fairy theory. This chat is not today's chat.
Yep.
I've seen these things and I always know. Alright, so let's
Watch
go
this.
play and see what we see
Watch
and bring it
this.
into evidence as we're moving around at the speed of light in the time travel phone booth. Right? Alright.
Well, okay, now for real, say hello, goodbye. Okay, alright. Brilliant point.
See how he's not live?
Hang on. If you go back and watch the first show, he was actually making sexual innuendos towards her, hitting on her, and it was creepadelic, okay? Then you get the whole story about, you know, she handed him the thingamabob, and so on and so forth, and the next thing you know, they're not best friends no more. Well, when you start really listening to her channel, you see that it's very basic information. She's a young woman in her early 30s. What's he doing sniffing up her tree? And I think she set him up. Just like a lot of people have been going in and learning the truth about him as he cries foul or wolf or somebody stole my genius intellectual property, full well knowing that every bit of what I have said and done and produced has been stolen by these very people. There's your script. And it's pathetic. And if you can wipe me out, you can wipe everybody out, because I'm the main player on the table. A dopey girl. And the expression on his face told me a lot, doesn't it though? When you see that anger flare. And I don't know if you see the parasites and things on his face. I have no idea what y'all see. But when he really starts to lion is when his nose acts up and gets congested. And that's because he has such an infection, an infestation in his ears, nose, and throat. That's why I said his tongue's as white as his teeth. I mean, they make teeth jokes on me 24/7. You know, memes about dentures and the whole 9 yards. But hey, I mean, I'm saying he has a clinical case of a yeast infection like a girl gets in her vajayjay, aka simply called thrush. Babies get it all the time. It's a yeast infection in the mouth. Chanter has a yeast infection in his mouth. He has worms in his nose. And he's gotten to play black magic. I think it emphasizes the ability that these creatures have to puppet and possess their living host. My official statement.
See this interview 33 minutes ago?
I take my life serious.
Well, that's why I was able to tell that that original chat that I had read before I went to get my phone was actually something else. Now, look it. Where's the live stream chat that we have on this video?
Hey, how do you like that, guys? Do 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 do.
I bring that into evidence. You cannot have a live stream chat and then take it down. Oh yeah, or put up a crappy video and take it down. So here again, counselor, I'll meet you on the other side of midnight, Mr. Iron Maiden. You probably ought to get a moo-moo. You are too fat to be wearing a rock and roll shirt.
That's right.
But for now, hey, I know this drives you nuts, but peace, love, and light from the third cosmic ray in Sue's world, you moron. Bye-bye.
That's right. And that, my friends, is how you do it. You know, everybody should be, I know, and see, okay, so he mocks God, uses Jesus' name in vain, not a good thing to do, even if he is not a believer. You are correct. And like I have said to him publicly, what he is doing is damning the God in him. Okay? So it's kind of like the Christians. They are warned to, I went the wrong way. Hang on. These Christians are warned to not be lukewarm or take the name in vain or this and that and the other. Even the non believers, they have a spark of the divine that they chose to squander, which is not our issue. You can only control yourself. You know, these people act like they're actually friends and that they have the ability to control each other and to change them for the better. And that is not so because they haven't even done their own work. So every bit of advice they give is tainted. It's corrupt. It's compromised. It doesn't fly. It doesn't hold wind. And they have no experience. So they judge it just like the Sanhedrin. That's the way that I believe that this happens. And of course, since it's happening to me, I would also be able to assure you that I speak from experience as a spiritual researcher. I've been doing it my whole life. Who would have known that this would be what it was leading up to? I mean, sometimes I'm like, dadgummit, it's a little too much. Okay, now seriously, for real. It is 4:02 in St. Louis, Missouri. And it is rainy ass cold out. In the meantime, my big secret that's upcoming that I'll be telling everybody, let's keep it in mind. It's going to be a great social experiment, and I'll tell you why. I have so many positive reviews and national awards from running the Hair Emporium for 30 years, as well as being a nationally accredited, board-certified hair colorist that uses non-toxic products in hair, body, and skincare, and first does no harm. And I'm the bad guy in the hair industry because the hair industry is more compromised than the alternative media. Oh yeah, cosmetics and body care in the top 5 most toxic service industries, which was actually above drugs and pharmaceuticals, but about 7 years, pharmaceuticals and the drugs overtook that position, so they went one higher and hair went one lower. It's transdermal poisoning. See, people didn't used to believe that things could get through your skin because you put some Neosporin on or some Crisco or some Vaseline, and none of the harmful things are going to ever touch you. You know, the microcosm, remember? But in the meantime, they've been drugging people and putting this shit in the patches. So Channer's on his last leg if he's having to patch it and have a stroke at the CVS. And oh shit, you cross another drug on top of it. I don't even know what to say. Well, anyhow, back to me. So, if I apply every bit of right livelihood business concepts that I did for 30 years in my new venture, well, it's going to be a good indication to see about our survival in this world. When I opened my hair salon at 21, I had no money and I had used equipment, but I couldn't work for the hairdressers. Guess why? One was freebasing coke in the hair shop and stealing our rent money. Hey, that sounds like the internet. Oh my God, isn't that weird? Okay, so anyhow, the one was a cokehead, and then the one was one of those men leading a double secret life that had told the old stupid lady a story about what their hair shop was going to be once they did XYZ. Well, one night, me and my friend that worked there were getting ready to go out. We were going to go to the bars.
And of course, Mary Jane and us were doing our hair, right? And all of a sudden, we see these two shadowy figures running up to the window, and it's storming outside. This is a real life thing that happened in 1984, okay? Well, it was the guy and his boyfriend. So we're busted because Mary Jane smells, right? But they're busted because they're coming to do the nasty at the hair shop. So it's like, this is a toss up, you know? I mean, we automatically don't lose, do we? I mean, we're young girls. He's a middle aged, well, all right. So, anyhow, in the end, we lost. Because this gal really wanted to believe that this guy had a crush on her, but he couldn't, like, really get physical with her because it just wasn't right. Okay, you get the idea. Um, it's the same world. So, even though the economy is worse than 1985, I've learned so much. And I know where I undervalued myself. And I also realize that no matter if you have a priceless bauble, well, it's only worth what the economy will pay. But the most important thing, like Gerald Celente knows, you have to have a true heart when you do business, and you want to practice right livelihood, which means fair pricing. So, I'm a woman of many talents, and I'm going to lay some prices on some baubles and some talents, and I'm going to go fight Win Big North, because I'm a crusader, you know? Lutheran North, what a story. But I really have to go because I'm going to get in the car, and I'm going to drive in the dopey rain and the cold, because these people are funny. It's just like I tell y'all. All these people that claim to be great on the computer actually don't know what's going on the computer. And I've seen this me laugh every damn time. Well, anyhow, I was given instructions. But when they showed me at the location, they already had the location open, so it looks easy. And then they say, okay, now here's your deal and this is what you're going to do. Well, when I went there, I could tell that I wasn't in the right place, although it was in that neighborhood. But should I really trust, like, you know, hanging out if I don't know where I'm at? No, probably not. So then I call the place and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And you know what they said? We really don't know. And I'm like, I get it. You know, that's cool. And so they said, call boss man. I said, all right, cool. Call boss man. And he says, well, what do you see? And I said, this is what I see in the neighborhood. And he goes, well, where's my thing that I tell you should be there? You know, my landmark. I'm like, I'm telling you, for real, it's not there. And he says, I feel really bad because I don't know. I said, look, you don't know nothing about this yet, but my whole internet journey, nobody ever took the time or cared enough to show me one basic thing. And from the start, my own daughter told me I was too stupid to be on the internet. And then she took pages down. Well, that's the same daughter that's in the gang that's a felon that does fraud stuff, and I'm trying to protect. The one the process server came for the other day. Hey, she hasn't lived here for 4 years and I can prove it. Her father, Timothy Pratt, can prove it. Her father, Timothy Pratt, is the one aiding and abetting, and yeah, I will dox and blow me fucking sideways. I bring into testimony the Parental Alienation Act. So if you purposely coerce and lie and do not allow the same decency that the allow
The same decency that the other one gives, which is don't talk shit on them and don't be mean to them and don't rip them off. Guess what happened to my kids? They got caught in the ringer because I don't want to hang with the guy that was a circle jerker that never told me he was a circle jerker. I get it. Hey, all he wanted me to do was stay till the kids grew up. All he wanted me to do was stay till the kids grew up. Well, that sounds novel, doesn't it? And like I said, I left him. I can do what I want to do. Don't tell me I'm his slave. I'll fuck you up. Gave him 3 kids. Oh, he wanted me to abort the first one. Right, see, I used to make like a good life for him. Like a good life for him. You know, I'm okay to look at. I'm really an attentive person when it comes to relationships, so boy, he liked that. When it comes to relationships, so boy, he liked that. He even liked the money I made. It's amazing, isn't it? Well, I find that disrespectful. And so now you see why I don't take shit from men. Because if I say I love you, and you say, you love me, and then you treat me subservient, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to change my mind about how I feel. And even though you hold my contract in your greedy little hand, I will find a way around it, which I did. And I even have the evidence on video that I haven't released yet, where he steps inside of these walls where I have the legal right to videotape. And he confesses what he did. Well, guess what? The secret tribunals know about that too, because whether it's the feds that have come to the door or the process server, there's one person that knows her phone number and her address. That person has her vehicle in his driveway. Oh, Suze, where's your daughter? I don't know. She quit talking to me because I didn't want her prostituting, trafficking, or harvesting. Remember? And that's why I'm the bitch. Because I love my kids, and they're trying to say I'm the one doing dirty deals, done dirt cheap, and don't know where to keep my hands. Oh, you can see how problematic that is. Oh, you want evidence. Son of a bitch. Did I ever mention that I was almost a secretary? But I got a scholarship to go to beauty school because nobody else wanted it. Because you weren't cool if you didn't go to college. And everybody was college prep at Luther North. You better tag it. I went to beauty school. I didn't even like hairdressers. But I'm artistic. I don't like being told what to do. And let's be honest. I got a certain way with skill. And I've proved it with my homeopathy and healing videos. So, let's just get back to what happens when your kid sticks you with all sorts of legal documents, taxes. Oh, wait, you gotta be kidding. Look at me. I mean, too bad secretaries aren't worth nothing, but You know, piles and piles, whether it's taxes owed, legal documents, process servers, and here's the worst part. Servers, and here's the worst part. Since you got these freak shows that like to look at young ladies, you know those live acts. I'm telling you, when the truth comes out, you will find that Chanter and Davy and fucking Omni and all those dirty motherfuckers have seen my kid trick online. And they want my kid trick online. And they want to blame me. There's some more truth for you guys. I know it's going to get tough and it's going to get wicked. But if you think that them pulling some quasi little bullshit hack when number one has been walking by my side this whole time, then I don't have faith in the unseen. And I don't mean any disrespect to the technicalities, of Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google, Smule, Discord, whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? This is bigger than any human being on this planet. It is bigger than any structure that can be defined by words, or none of this would have happened. They came for me. And since I knew it was all true, and they live inside me, not as a spell cast and a possession, but as a living, breathing word. And off I go doing these things. Where other jackasses gotta repeat their bullshit scripts and practice their lines and act like they take notes. Files of notes. Years of books. I've got it all. And to mock that is a disrespect not only to a woman, but to every one of you men. Because if you think these pussies are gonna take us out, I got some real men behind the scenes. And you know that deep down, a lot of you know who's who. So, I expect number one, who's really two, has at least 100 avatars. Be what you want to be. But don't be a fucking crybaby. If you build your God small and ignorant and evil. Because, and I love this saying, if you are not possessed by Saturn, then you have nothing to fear in that man or woman that you may find out that somebody calls Jesus and wants to kill. This is about Jesus being Christ. And he said that we would all do the things he did and more. So we step into walking as the Christ. So while an atheist uses GD and does all these things, what he's doing is actually creating a curse upon himself. And the more these people curse, the more inflamed they become, and the more misshapen their bodies become. And the worms take them over. Don't let it happen to you. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys.